It's Ash from Super Videos back for another trailer breakdown for Fear the Walking Dead. We're actually going to take a look at a teaser promo and a kind of teaser trailer. One is called Nuclear Fallout and the other is called Punishing. There's some interesting stuff in this trailer, but not too much. Like I was expecting to see a lot more. Most of what we see is just cool visuals, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of meat there. But obviously they could be saving that for the main trailer. So stay tuned, we'll be right back with this breakdown. Alright, as always, before we jump into this, if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content by the end, consider subscribing to join our community, share and smash the like button, and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that, let's dive right in. So first we're gonna take a look at the teaser promo, which was called Punishing. So we get this shot of none other than Strand coming out of some sort of a building, and then in the voiceover he says this new world is punishing, hence why this teaser is called Punishing. And then we get this shot of walkers approaching. If you look at outside, it looks like it's still the fallout from the nuclear warheads that went off at the end of last season. It's not safe to go out. We will see a lot of different shots of the characters wearing special uniforms and equipment in order to be able to get out, which definitely makes sense and it fits in with the storyline. And then we get this shot of Morgan talking to Althea right here. Now obviously they're inside either the submarine or some sort of a safe location, because obviously they're still dealing with the nuclear fallout. But Al and some of the other characters were actually taken away by the CRM with the helicopter, or at least Isabel, who's one of the CRM soldiers, helped them escape initially. Morgan was not around, so it definitely seems like Althea is able to find Morgan again, which is pretty cool. But Althea tells Morgan, if we stay, we die. So I'm assuming she's just trying to convince Morgan to go with her with the helicopter and get as far away from here as possible. And then we get this pretty cool visual shot of the outside world after the fallout, obviously from the nuclear warheads that went off. We have this shot of June talking to someone, most likely John Dory Sr., because we know that she was with him at the end of last season. She says we don't know what kind of radiation is up there. That definitely means they're somewhere in an underground bunker, maybe the same one that we saw at the end of last season. And then we have this shot of someone, probably Grace, checking the radiation on the surface and on the walkers above ground. And then we have this shot of more of our characters, probably Morgan, Althea, and Grace with some equipment, some gear, because obviously they can't just go out unprotected. And then we have this shot of a new person walking up. In the voiceover, Al says, who the hell is that? And then Morgan replies, let's not find out. So I'm assuming they're not going to stick around. They're going to want to get away from there and not have to deal with this person, whoever he or she is. And then we have this shot of a car crashing into some sort of a wall or building. We get some either walkers or survivors being hit by the car. And then we have this shot of a truck and we have someone underneath the truck. Not sure what this is all about, but they're probably trying to protect themselves from either some sort of a danger or something to do with the nuclear fallout. And then we have this pretty interesting shot of the helicopter. This is definitely a CRM helicopter, probably the same one that we saw some of the survivors hopping onto at the end of last season, but they're following Al's SWAT truck, which is interesting. Last I remembered, they had to get out of the SWAT truck and get into the helicopter to get out of the danger zone. So it's interesting that they were able to get back and retrieve the truck. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with that. And then we get a bunch of walkers here. They're burnt. And then we get this shot of the SWAT truck, or Al's SWAT truck I should say. Then we get this pretty cool shot of a cannon. Yes, that's a freaking cannon, and it goes off. So that's pretty interesting. Not sure who found this, but this is interesting. Maybe Strand. Strand's always been resourceful and he's always been able to find the most interesting and kind of awesome stuff. So I'm assuming they're gonna have him find this. And then we get this shot of a bunch of people shooting guns. There's fire everywhere. So this is some sort of a battle that's gonna take place. And then we have this shot of Strand saying to whatever is next, and he's basically saying cheers to whatever is next. I'm assuming he's with the new character that he found or met at the end of last season. And that's pretty much it. Then we are gonna take a look at another trailer or teaser trailer, which is called Nuclear Fallout. In this one, there's actually a voiceover from someone on some sort of a radio. It's like some sort of a mechanical voice that's warning them about the dangers of a nuclear fallout and what they should do. Now, I don't know who this is, like this character right here, but they're obviously wearing some sort of a gear because they're in the danger zone of the nuclear fallout. But in the voiceover, this voice says, after a radiological or nuclear fallout, and then he says, people may be advised to evacuate. Then we get this shot of Morgan. This is obviously from the sneak peek that we saw. He's inside the submarine at this point. And then we get this shot of, I'm assuming, Morgan and Grace right outside the submarine. They're definitely at the center of the nuclear fallout zone, so they're gonna have to wear the gear that we see them wearing here. And then we get this shot of June in some sort of an underground bunker, and then the voice says protection will require taking shelter in an underground area, which connects to what they're showing us. And then we get this shot of people coming out of the underground bunkers, and then in the voice it says, or in the middle of a large building. Then we get this shot of Strand with this new character that was introduced. They're drinking. We do see someone else in the background, but I'm assuming that they're either in the same building that they were at the end of last season, or somewhere else that's safe from the fallout. And then we get this shot of a pretty cool walker in the middle of the danger zone. In the voice it says, stay away from damaged areas to increase your chances of survival. And that's pretty much it. That's the end of this second teaser trailer. Not much to say. There's just a bunch of cool visuals, but nothing too concrete, like I said. I was expecting more. Like, this is underwhelming in my opinion. But that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go through in this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to share and smash the like button. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community. Share and smash the like button and press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.